Hi!
We're Mangrove.
You're watching
liveprog.com.
I was not familiar with Fabio Zuffanti, who turns out to be a well-known Italian musician. But I discovered him through a press release on, what else could it be, progwereld.org. And I was very interested, and I looked up his website, and well, I was very impressed when I saw that, because this man is a sort of the Italian Clive Nolan. He has loads of different projects and bands that he's working in. Now, one of the bands that I would like to talk to you about, or projects, I don't know what to call it, let's call it a project, is ArieS. Now, that's of course this one. There you go, a little closer, yeah, you can see it? Okay. Now, you heard a little bit of music of his. This was actually from the first song, which was called The Return. Now, Double Rain by ArieS is a project between Fabio Zuffanti and a singer, and I have to look up the name because my Italian is not good and the names are not always easy. Simona Angioloni. Well, that's a beautiful name, of course, and well, definitely a beautiful singer. She has a fantastic voice, and well, I had so much fun listening to this album. Well, fun maybe not be the word, because Double Rain is a concept album. It's based on an Italian book, which is well, also called The Double Rain. And when I listened to the album, I found it has a bit of a dark atmosphere, a bit of some melancholical, and yet very beautiful. Of course, there's a lot of this album that I want you to hear, but I can't play you all the songs, so I have to make a selection. And I'd like to play you the second track, which was called Alone. definitely can hear in this track is a very ambient sound, and if you look up the website of Fabio Soffonti and see what kind of description he himself gives with this album, then he gives a mixture of prog, pop, folk and goth, and all those elements are found in this album. But the way he does it makes it really beautiful to listen to. It doesn't get too poppy or too gothic or too dark, you know, especially with the beautiful vocals from Simona. Now, something that is also a very prominent part in this album are the string instruments, you know, the violins, the cellos, and well, they really add to the atmosphere, and I think it's beautiful. It kind of gives it a real classical touch. Now, let's listen to some more music, because, well, I don't want to tell too much about this album, because this one is so beautiful that you just gotta listen to it. You gotta see the textures and get into the story, which is a very fascinating story as well, because all the songs, all the chapters are well built up inside the story. So it's very interesting to see. A good example of the classical influence and the beauty again of Simona's voice is found in the track "The House is Burning."
I can't grasp this time. I'm lost in your light of silence still. You blinded my mind. The house is burning. I cannot carry the burden. Will you see me? The house is burning. I cannot carry the burden. Will you see me?
Well, I hope so far you get a good impression of how beautiful this album is, and well, what ArieS is all about. A Double Rain, this one, is actually the second collaboration of these two, Fabio and Simona. And well, I'm not familiar with the other one, but well, if this is anywhere like this one, then they're both really beautiful. Now, you've already seen the cover, I'm going to show it again. Then you have the back side of the cover, which has the same face but in color. And well, similar to the package of, for example, the ArieS Pluvia album, it's again a very luxurious digipack. It's a little larger, so well, you have to look out for the height in your CD cabinet. When you open it, well, there's of course the credits. I'll show it to you here. Well, you can't read it all, but well, if you buy the album, then you can read it. And then, of course, inside we have, well, it's not very interesting, but I'll show you. This is where they put the CD. So, basically like that. And then, of course, you have the booklet with a very nice gesture from Fabio, which of course is really nice to see how musicians appreciate that you well, give attention to their music. And well, this album is definitely worth giving attention to, because at first I was, well, it was a bit, you know, had a feeling like, well, I hope I like it, but when I started to play it, then I really started to understand the beauty of this album, because well, it's a really beautiful album, and I like this dark atmosphere a little bit. And well, of course, as I said, there's the story inside. There you go. And when you read this story, then you will notice that certain words are a bit bigger than the others, and those are the song titles from the album. So you can see that, well, the song titles, the song follows the line of the story completely. Now, let's move on to some more music, of course. I'll put this one back in here, of course. Now, as I already said, Fabio has a mixture of kind of all kinds of influences, and I named him the bit of the Italian Clive Nolan because his main instrument are keyboards, and well, he can really also get some real heavy keyboards in it, and well, the keyboard sample in this track could have walked out right off from an ArieS album, so maybe he's also the Italian Arjen Lucassen, who doesn't know, but this track is called Space.
Place to hide and nowhere I can run to. So I wait here all the time to forget about my fears. But this place where I returned is surrounded by the pain, and I pray to come back home and turn back time again to live now this painful hours and see. Wait for me, take me back and find me, call me again, I'll break the time for you.
Well, I guess I'm kind of done now. I mean, it's a quick review. Sometimes, well, I find that I don't have much to say about the album because well, there is not much to say about it. It's really a beautiful album. 12 tracks on it. I would love to play you all the 12 tracks, of course, but well, I think it's better to get a copy of this album and play it at home. You know, you're gonna enjoy it. It's a really beautiful album. Simona is a really fantastic singer. I found Fabio a very good musician. He writes some really beautiful songs, so I will check out definitely more of his work. Maybe one name you might be familiar with is Hot Sonaten. I wasn't, but if you look at his website, next to ArieS, there are about 11 other projects that he's involved in. So I think this Fabio has a lot of music to offer. So I say check out his website, but definitely check out Double Rain by ArieS because I think it's a really beautiful album. I love it. I hope you enjoyed the songs. Now, normally I end with the last track of the album. In this case I won't, because there was one track that I found just a little more beautiful and a little more interesting to show you or to play you the ending of, which is the 11th track on the album, which is called The Moon Rises Again. Thank you for watching and see you at another video review.
Now again, I deeply understand.